Order the regular council meeting for June 2nd, 2026. We start on time so we can end on time. And as always, we will start with an invocation tonight by Mr. Tyler Servant, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Mr. Causey. If I can get everybody, please stand.
Bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight grateful for the privilege of serving the people of our great county. Thank you for the blessings that you have poured out to our community, our beaches, our families, our businesses, and the hardworking men and women who call Horry County home. As we gather here to conduct the people's business, we ask for your divine guidance. Grant us wisdom to make decisions that are just and fair. Give us unity where there is disagreement, and courage where there is challenge. Help us listen with open hearts, and to lead with integrity, and to always remember we are here to serve. Bless the citizens of Horry County and watch over our first responders, our teachers, and veterans. We offer this prayer in gratitude and in the spirit of service. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Moving right along, there is no public input. Nobody signed up for public input, and I take that as a testament that our staff and our council are doing a great job answering the concerns and questions of the constituents, and that's the way it's supposed to work. Next up is the approval of the agenda contents. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Next up is the minutes for the regular meeting of May 19th, 2026. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
All right, for the record, the agenda contents and the minutes have been approved unanimously. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
That passes unanimously. Presentations and resolutions. I'm very proud to recognize the support of the American Red Cross on behalf of Horry County government. They host blood drives at various county facilities throughout the year. We're going to recognize Ms. Kara Bird and Ms. Megan Heath, and they're going to meet the administrator and Kelly Brodsky at the podium. Kelly's one of ours. But I understand she's also worked with the blood drive for 25 years, so congratulations and thank y'all.
Hello, and thank you for having us here today. I just wanted to take a few minutes to thank you all for the partnership that we share. Here in Horry County, we've responded to over 80 home fires in the past year, where we've provided not only mental care as well as financial assistance to the families that have been impacted through major or destroyed homes in the aftermath of a fire. We've also worked really closely with our local and state fire departments to make sure that we are installing free smoke alarms so that we can prevent these numbers along the way. Every Monday, the first Monday of every month, you can catch us at the VA doing our art therapy program for our veterans there. And we really can't have that work without the support of our blood services and people like Kelly that really go the extra mile so that we are able to keep this mission going in Horry County. And with that said, I want to pass it over to Meg.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone, again for having us. My name is Megan. I am the account manager that has worked in Horry County for almost 21 years, actually over 21 years. And all of those 21 years, I have worked with Miss Kelly here. We are so grateful for the partnership that we have here at Horry County. We do 4 to 6 different locations throughout your county, 4 to 6 times a year. So Kelly has to deal with me for 30, 35 drives every year. She is a blessing to have. She's more than just a blood drive leader to me. She's a friend. These blood drives have become a community event. The employees know the staff by name. The staff know the employees by name. So we are so grateful for this partnership. And last year, just in 2025, just to give you an idea, the county collected 1,376 units of blood. Each unit of blood can help save up to 3 lives. So the county saved over 4,100 lives last year. And again, huge thank you to Kelly and everyone here at the county. We can't do it without you. So I want to give this to Ms. Kelly Borowski for everything that you have done for us. We are so very grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All of ours were that good.
Yes, yes, sir. Saving lives. All right, let's move on to the reading of ordinances. This is the third reading of ordinance 23-2026, amending Article 5 of the zoning ordinance of Horry County pertaining to the landscape buffer and tree preservation standards. Is there a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Discussion.
Yes, Mr.
Sabato.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we defer the third reading of this ordinance for 2 weeks to the June 16th meeting date. And the reason for that is because there were some legitimate amendments that we have agreed upon, but we want to give staff the requisite amount of time to draft up the amendments to the ordinance. And so we will go ahead and move this on to the July 16th meeting and pass third reading at that meeting date.
All right, as I understand it, everything's been done. We just need the staff to make the corrections and bounce it back over. All right, any further discussion?
I think we need a second on the motion.
Second.
Yeah.
Second, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to defer, say aye.
Aye.
That carries, and it is deferred to the next meeting. Next up is the second reading and public hearing for ordinance 34-2026, amending Articles 2, 6, and 7 of the zoning ordinance of Horry County pertaining to counseling facilities that distribute prescription medication on-site and psychiatric hospitals. Dr. Dukes, is there a motion?
So moved.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard on this? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. That passes unanimously. Next up is the second reading and public hearing of ordinance 35-2026, amending Articles 2 and 9 of the zoning ordinance of Horry County pertaining to passenger and product transportation district. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Second. Thank you. Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. That passes. Next up is second reading and public hearing of ordinance 36-2026, amending Articles 2, 4, 9, and 14 of the zoning ordinance of Horry County pertaining to commercial centers. These are the sales, rental, or lease for vehicles and equipment. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second. Anyone from the public wish to be heard? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up is second reading and public hearing of ordinance 37-2026, amending Article 3 of the zoning ordinance of Horry County pertaining to zoning map amendments. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second. Anyone from the public wish to be heard on this? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Finally, the public hearing and second readings for the ordinances to be rezoned, starting with ordinance 51-2026, Earthworks Agent Colby Johnson Investments LLC. Mr. Tyler Servant.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard on this ordinance? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Have it. Next up is ordinance 52-2026, Jack Murray. Mr. Crawford.
Motion to approve.
Anyone from the public wish to be heard on this one? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up, ordinance 53-2026, Earthworks Agent for Calvary Chapel, Myrtle Beach. Mr. DeSabato.
So moved.
Second.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
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 The ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 54-2026, Judson Scott Kuhn et al. Mr. Anderson, before you make your motion, I would let the record reflect that Mr. DeSabato has recused himself from this matter. Mr. Anderson, is there a motion?
Motion to approve, Chairman.
Second?
Second.
We have a second. Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 55-2026, Jimmy McDowell, agent from Reese Holdings. Mr. Hardy.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Next up is ordinance 56-2026, Michael Goodrich et al. And Donna Madison. Mr. Allen.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
The public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Ordinance 58-2026, Diamond Shores, agent for Jarrett Vereen. Mr. Hardy?
Second.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Ordinance 59-2026, Mr. Guyton, agent for Coastal Real Estate. Mr. Causey?
So moved, Mr. Chairman. Second.
Anyone from the public? Hearing none. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have that. Ordinance 61-2026, Ortiz Jarkin, agent for Ortiz Electric. Mr. Hardy?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Anyone from the public? No one from the public. Anyone from council? Hearing none. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
That passes. I'm going to do something a little different that we normally don't do. We've had some of the council members have had people reach out to them this past week over some business that we conducted last week, and starting with the electronic bikes. Because there's been some misinformation by media and other people out there, I'd like to just clear up for the record, and we'll start with Mr. Jordan, if you could just tell us a little bit about it.
All right, so ordinance 31, 2026 that y'all passed at your first meeting in May was an attempt to regulate personal electronic devices, basically an e-bike, but it's without pedals. So you're seeing these for sale at Walmart, Costco, probably 10 to 12-year-olds are riding them through neighborhoods. It's like a dirt bike almost. So why the ordinance? Because the increased use, safety for the device operators. I've seen them, and I don't live in Carolina Forest, but when I've been over there, I've had them cut me off on River Oaks, which is a 45. So safety for the operators and for the regular public. What's considered? So we did seated devices, so the little scooters like around downtown Conway, those are not banned under this ordinance. This is very similar to the city of Myrtle Beach's. They do not allow those. What is not, which is, I think, has come up the most, so it's not a golf cart, it's not a moped, it's not an e-bike, which is the pedal assist type bikes. It's not the mobility scooters, so I got some pictures. So that's what we're talking about.
That's what's being,
That is no longer allowed on the roads, and we'll go through where they're not allowed. Same thing there. That is allowed. That's allowed. That's an e-bike. The stand-up scooters are allowed. Golf carts are allowed. Mopeds are allowed. So what's not allowed cannot be used on roads with a speed limit over 20 miles per hour, can't be on public sidewalks, county-owned property without permission, cannot carry more than the designated amount of people. If it's the one-seater, you can't put 3 kids on it. Can't be driven in a reckless manner, and you can't hold your cell phone while driving it. That seems to be the new thing to do.
can they be operated on like roadways that have a posted speed limit of like 45 miles an hour?
No, if it's over 20, they cannot be operated.
Okay.
Now, this is on public roads. If it's in what we had talked about earlier today, if it's in a gated community, private roads, then we don't have jurisdiction over those except for in
But
some
there is
circumstances.
There is a pathway for that.
There is a
correct?
pathway for that, for HCPD to enforce all traffic laws on the private roads as if they were public for that reason.
Okay. So the HOAs need to reach out to the county
Correct.
in order to address those issues if
And who
there
would
is
that be
private
with, Chief?
roadways.
With the traffic team lieutenant.
Anything else, Dennis?
I think that's it.
All right, anybody else have a question? Yes, sir.
Might want to point out, we had talked about with the golf carts, that the requirements of driver's license, age, operating these on roadways?
Right, so a golf cart, and I didn't print that out, but a golf cart does have to be operated by a licensed driver. I think the General Assembly changed, if you're under 12, you have to be in a seatbelt to even ride, even if it's mom driving. Under 12 and under has to have a seatbelt on. They did allow it to operate after dark under certain circumstances, which a year ago that was illegal to do. And they can't be on a road over 35, Chief? Yeah. So they can go 35 and under. They can cross roads they can cross 17 to get to the beach as long as they're on a 35.
David, is there a distinction between a golf cart and a low-speed vehicle?
Yes, sir. Low-speed vehicles will have a license tag on them.
Okay.
Anything else?
David, excuse me, how fast do you know how fast those, the e-bikes and the e-scooters, do you know how fast they go? Not the moped, but
On that,
yeah.
I don't know. I've seen them. I mean, they buzz more than 20.
So the reason I
Depending on-
ask, and maybe this is just for council, but I've been getting a lot of calls about the bikes and the scooters just flying down the sidewalks in some of these neighborhoods, and they disturb people who are walking. So I didn't know if we needed to talk about a maximum allowable speed limit for some of those,
Well,
for some
these
of those
would not be
devices.
allowed on a sidewalk. And these are, number 5 in the ordinance is they're not supposed to go faster than 20.
They're not supposed to go faster than 20?
Well, they
Correct.
can't be operated on
But they
roads that
can't be
are
on
have
a
a posted
sidewalk.
speed
That's
limit.
not just the moped, that's,
No, that's on this. That's what,
so they can't go over 20?
correct.
They
and they're
can't
not
even be
supposed to be-
operated, right?
They're not supposed to be on the sidewalk.
And they can't be operated on roads with a posted speed limit of 20 or higher.
Correct.
20 miles an hour is kind of fast on a sidewalk.
Well, they can't be on the sidewalk, period.
Okay. So, all right.
Good question. Anybody else? All right, well, thank you for that. Next up, we had some questions about the signs at the boat ramps. Are you going to handle that too, Mr. Jordan, or is somebody else going to handle that?
Mr. Ray Dunham, our Parks Director.
All right, Parks and Rec.
Good evening. Thank you for taking just a few minutes. I have heard you've had a number of calls regarding the signs at the boat landings. First off, wanted to thank you because, as you know, we've been working through updating our rules in the ordinance for the better part of the past year. And so this is sort of the culmination of some of those efforts to take the ordinances that have been updated and to then put those on a sign and update those. So this is a recent sign, and we're in the process of installing these at our boat landings as we speak. And so we took and updated it with some pictures and what some of the activities were. This isn't all-inclusive of all the activities. If you go to the QR code, you get all the activities. But this is the main activities that we highlighted to draw attention to try and make it easy to read, easy to understand. However, I do believe we've had a few questions that have come up probably regarding the overnight camping. I've heard that has been a popular question, and it does not prohibit overnight camping there or overnight parking there. What it does prohibit is if you're not doing recreational water activities. So if you are fishing or if you're boating, you are allowed to park there and park overnight at that boat landing. If you're there doing other activities that are not water-related activities, that is prohibited. But if you want to go there and fish all night, you're more than welcome to do that and park. Same thing if you're there at the boat landing and you want to go fishing, you're more than welcome to park and go fishing all night. If you're going to do other activities, that is what is prohibited. I believe the other one that has drawn quite a bit of attention is the camping. That is no unauthorized camping as outlined in the ordinance. It doesn't mean that you can't camp. There's the ability to permit that process. However, the impetus behind this was really that there is no infrastructure in place at the boat landings to support camping. We don't have campsites, we don't have electric, we don't have water, we don't have bathrooms there at those sites. So there is the exception and the provision to allow camping in our parks or at our boat landings that would have to be permitted, and that would be by a special exception. So if, say, for example, we had a Boy Scout or Girl Scout troop that wanted to camp at one of our facilities, then they could come to us and we could permit that type of activity. That was the one-off activity, the type of activity that we would be permitting. So these are being installed currently. The pets is relatively new as well. We did not have any ordinance there prohibiting loose pets. The ordinance now mimics that which is on the beach, which is that they have to be on a leash of 7 feet or less. So that's also relatively new. Many of the ordinances have already been in place before and were existing. This is just a process of simply updating those. One other thing that was requested actually by council was to, at our boat landing specifically, and these have been installed, is to note where the park boundary ends and where our park boundary is and where private property can start. So those signs have been installed at the boat landings that should indicate where our park boundary ends and that there's private property beyond that. And there are people that own that private property, and we didn't want that becoming a nuisance either. So again, this was trying to proactive approach with your help as the county grows. And we have challenges in running facilities throughout the entire county. We wanted to update these ordinances and update the signs.
Very good. Mr. Al Allen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. And so if I want to thank, Ray and his, team and stuff, because we asked them and challenged them to work on this for the past year. And we're not trying to stop anybody from enjoying a public boat ramp. We want everybody to go and have a good time, but also we are constantly being called about people who are not being good stewards of those areas. And in turn, this is just a tool for our county police to where when they have to respond out there, the people are already put on notice as to what they should or should not be doing. And such as I told a preacher friend of mine that called me up, and he was very irate, upset, all about the signs. But he didn't read the fine print on them. And I responded to him, if you continue doing what you're doing, you're not violating anything. We're not saying that you can't go and continue doing what you're doing. We just want everybody to have a good time and be safe and help to keep our boat landings clean, safe, and enjoyable for everyone. And so this does not tell you that you cannot do something. Read the fine print. You can still continue to enjoy them. We're just trying to get more things in order. And so thank you, Ray, for your work. Good job.
Thank you for your
Thank
support.
you.
We
Anybody
appreciate
else
it.
from council? All right, thank you, sir, I appreciate it. I'd like to commend staff and council. We work very hard when we do new ordinances and new regulations, and we send them through committee, and we send them out here, and we try to make sure that everybody gets a chance to talk about it and understand it. But if we do something and you don't understand, do like you did now. You brought it to our attention. We had extra time to talk about it, so we make sure that it's really important that the public understands what's going on. So it's important that we understand what the public thinks about these things. So we're always going to do that. Just bring it to our attention like you do always. So I want to commend the council and staff for doing that. Let's move on to the memorial dedications. I'll start with Jay Holbert and move on to Mr. Hardy.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Shirley Hughes Shannon.
Mr. Allen.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Also, Mr. J. Holbert, Miss Vera Bennett, Mr. Stevie Smith, who is our Chief Code Enforcement Director, Tommy Smith's uncle, and Mr. Roland John Henry Bird. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? All right, we will honor these individuals. Mr. Anderson.
Once again, Mr. J. Hulbert, Sabrina Dixon Jeffords, and Randy Harold Skipper.
All right, anyone else? All right. We will honor these individuals by closing out our meeting tonight in their memory. We'll move on to the upcoming meetings. They're listed in the agenda, but please pay attention to our social media and our website because they are subject to change depending on the needs of staff, county, and the constituents. For example, our normal Tuesday meetings next week have been moved to Wednesday to accommodate the voting day, the election day. Hope everybody will get out and vote. There is no executive session. I believe that concludes the business of the county for tonight.
Motion to adjourn.
We are.
Thank you.